You have all listened to her tale, which is a tale of strength, a tale of confidence, a tale which says that in spite of very difficult situations, if you are determined, you can achieve anything and everything. What could be a better example for the youngsters or for any one of us, that here is a person who was thrown out of the train, the person who lost her leg, the person who came from a very mediocre family, but the determination made her achieve anything or what she wanted to do. So this is a living example of courage, a living example of what a person can do if determined. So we salute you, ma'am, and we wish you all the best. You wanted to say a small poem? Please say that.
एक 4 लाइन की पंक्ति हम आप लोगों के बीच बोलना चाहेंगे, क्योंकि मेरा नेक्स्ट प्लानिंग 7 कॉन्टिनेंटल्स है, 7 महाद्वीपों के 7 समिट्स मुझे करने हैं अभी तो इस बांझ की असली उड़ान बाकी है, अभी तो इस बांझ की असली उड़ान बाकी है, अभी तो इस परिंदे का इम्तिहान बाकी है, अभी अभी मैंने लांघा है समुद्रों को, अभी तो पूरा आसमान बाकी है.
The gist of this poem is this, that here is a bird, and say the bird is told that you have done something, but the bird says that it is just the beginning, and there are still many more things to achieve, and this is what she has put in a very beautiful poem. Adiba, someday you should write up all this. आप कभी हिंदी में लिखे हैं सारी बातें, आपने लिखी है क्या? इसको पूरी हाँ उसको आप लिखें. ये हमारी ओर से आपको एक थोड़ी सी तुच्छ भेंट है और हम सुनिए बात बेटे.
Thank you, Ms. Anurima. Honestly, your story has left me with...
To be here at the inaugural ceremony of the Earth Science Olympiad. Last year, I started training for Mount Everest. A group of 12 children from my school were selected to climb Mount Everest. We did our basic and advanced course in mountaineering from the Himalayan Mountaineering Institute, Darjeeling. During this course, we climbed 2 peaks, and after this, 7 children were selected out of the 12 to climb Mount Everest. Initially, I was not selected for the climbing team. From this, I learned failures are the first steps towards success. We did 1,000-kilometer cycling in Rajasthan to build our aerobic base, and then we went to Leh Ladakh for winter acclimatization, low temperature and high altitude training. During this, I performed excellently in the training, and then I was put on the climbing list from the support team. On April 6th this year, we started our journey to the top of the world. It took us 9 days. It was a 9-day trek to the base camp of Everest, and then on 21st May, I reached the top of the world. From there, I actually learned that the world is round. We could actually see the curvature of the earth from there, and we could see the mighty Everest casting its shadow on the mountains behind it. After this expedition, I've learned age is nothing but a number. It's just a limitation that we've put on our mind. If we can dream it, we can achieve it. Climbing Everest, it's made me more confident, and my next goal is to climb the 7 summits, which is the highest peak in each continent. And I would like, with God's grace, I climbed Mount Everest, and I would like to thank my parents, my grandfather who's present here, for supporting me throughout the expedition, and I never thought I could achieve such a feat. Thank you, everyone.
We are really very proud of you, what you have done, and you very rightly said that this is just a beginning. God bless you, and a small token gift for you. God bless you.
Honorable Minister, Sri H.K. Patil ji, Dr. Harsh Gupta, President, Geological Society of India, distinguished guests, Arunima and Raghavan, the students from the different countries, members of Geological Society of India, ladies and gentlemen. It's really proud privilege to participate in this very august gathering of some of the brightest children who are working on the earth science. The importance of the earth science has been realized very recently, last couple of decades. And that is the reason probably many are not aware of the importance. This century, one of the greatest challenges which we are facing is on the climate change and the natural hazards. This will decide what we would be able to achieve in this millennium. We know that the population of the world is around 7 billion today. We may add 1 more billion by 2030. So what will happen? Whether the current pattern of consumption and production can be sustained. We know that the problems of deforestation, water scarcity, high carbon emissions, losses from natural disasters like drought, floods, tsunamis, storms, all have increased in last decade. And from this, the people who are in poverty are suffering most and the worst because of this. So what should be our Millennium Development Goal? I think we must aim to have a sustainable, and that is what we started today, that they protect the earth, that the earth will protect us. We need to have a global partnership which is people-centered and planet-sensitive, which should have a common principle that the humanity is the most important. We need to put the sustainable development at the core. We need to curb the impact which we are making on the earth system. We need to integrate the social, economic, and the environmental dimensions of the sustainability. How we can achieve this? I have a few points. One, which is very important, that the development should be within the planetary boundaries. We must have a threshold on everything. We cannot go beyond these thresholds. We need to improve our agriculture system and make it resilient to the climate change. Most people are now in the cities and going to increase. So we need to have the cities which are socially inclusive, economically productive, environmentally sustainable, and resilient to climate change and natural hazards. Fourth, we need to curb the greenhouse gases and land use changes. We need to promote renewable energy. Fifth, we need to secure the ecosystem services and the biodiversity. We need to ensure good management of water and other natural resources. In all these issues, the understanding of the earth system is the central to the themes. We need to understand the interaction of the earth system with the social and human systems. In this way, this Earth Science Olympiad is very critical. And there are two major issues which will facilitate by this Olympiad. The first, it will facilitate towards the ensuring the effective learning for the children and youth for the life and livelihood. It is the childhood development program which will prepare them for the challenges of the modern life. And in this case, I think the Earth System study, which is being promoted by the Earth Science Olympiad, is very important. The second, which is very important, to attain the sustainability, we will need a global partnership. And this Olympiad forged a global partnership, which is essential to fight the climate change. Because we can achieve the sustainability only under the global framework. Because I'm sure many of you will build the friendship with a lot of other countries, and this probably help us to build the global partnership in the future. Lastly, I think the determination which Arunima has shown, we must have that kind of determination to halt the pace of climate change and environmental degradation, which has posed unprecedented threat to sustainability and ultimately to humanity. So let us all understand the Earth system and build social and human systems to protect it. I wish you all the best and congratulate organizers for organizing this wonderful event. Thank you very much.
Dr. Shailesh Nayak, several dignitaries with us, participants from 27 countries, fellows of the Geological Society of India, ladies and gentlemen. I think this has been a very pleasant day when we are all together for the inauguration of IESO7, and it's so wonderful to be on this campus. It's my own first visit to this campus, and I'm really very impressed with it. This has been all possible due to efforts of Dr. Shankar, very ably supported by Dr. Saukar, Dr. Godavari, and other members of Geological Society of India, as well as the Mysore University faculty, Vice Chancellor, and the Geology Department. Ministry of Earth Sciences has been always very supportive, and I'm very happy that the Secretary Ministry of Earth Sciences is with us, because but for them, we would not be in a position to hold this conference. With the passage of time, the importance of earth science is increasing. I personally believe that in the 21st century, probably earth sciences are the most important discipline of Earth, because it is necessary for us to understand how this planet works, and that is extremely important for our own sustenance. And I'm very sure that this kind of effort, first of all, does create importance towards sciences. More important than that, it brings the young minds together. And a meeting like this, the Olympiads which are held from one country to other country, the kind of comradeship, the friendship that you develop among yourselves lasts with you for the rest of your life. I was so impressed to see the young children thronging the Infosys campus yesterday. It was so exciting. It was so energetic. And I really am very happy to see that. I'll share something very personal with you. You know, there's a lot of talk of global warming, how the earth is warming up, what is happening. But one practical example that I witnessed myself, way back in 1983, I had the responsibility of setting up India's permanent base in Antarctica. And we went there, we selected a place which had a very healthy glacier in the background. the snout of the glacier, for a healthy glacier, is convex outside. And that's why we named our station Dakshin Gangotri, because that glacier reminded me of the origin of Ganges in the Himalaya. If you go there, Gangotri, you see a snout of the glacier from where the Ganges originates. That was 1983-84 time. I visited that place in 2005 after a lapse of almost 2 decades. And what I found, that healthy convex snout has become concave, and it had receded by almost 20 years, in just 20 years' time. So there could not be a better example or a proof of the warming. But I'm very sure that the kind of encouragement, the kind of warmth, the kind of response that I'm seeing to IEOs, I'm very sure that we are preparing the future generations to be much more sensitive to the well-being of the earth, and I'm very hopeful that that would happen. I wish you all a very pleasant stay on this campus and a wonderful time over the next 7 days' time. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, I deem this great pleasure and privilege to associate myself with this inaugural function of the 7th International Earth Science Olympiad being hosted in this beautiful city of Mysore, which can be referred to as the cultural capital of the state of Karnataka. Right at the outset, I would like to, on behalf of the people and government of Karnataka, extend a very hearty welcome to students from schools and their mentors gathered from various parts of the world to participate in this event of IESO 2013. I do hope that your stay in this city, known for its grace, particularly in this campus, which is internationally very known and popular, warmth and hospitality would be enjoyable and would give you an opportunity to have a glimpse of India, its culture and heritage. This is the 7th International Olympiad in Earth Science, starting from the year 2007 in South Korea, was followed by Olympiads in Taiwan, the Philippines, Indonesia, Italy, Argentina. It is gratifying to us that India happens to be the 5th Asian country to host this important event, reflecting perhaps the resurgence of Asia in the world affairs after a long period. I am also happy to note that International Union of Geological Sciences and its affiliate, the International Earth Science Education Organization, are supporting this event. I am particularly happy that the Geological Society of India, with its headquarters in Bangalore, is organizing this event with the support of the Ministry of Earth Sciences. Government of India underscores the importance attached to this event by Government of India. Late Dr. B.P. Radhakrishnan, who was the Doyen of India Geology, was one of the chief architects of Geological Society of India. He was a proud son of Karnataka, who brought glory and recognition to Indian earth science, and it is appropriate that we remember him on this occasion. I am conscious of the fact that I am sharing my views to these bright minds who have evinced keen interest in knowing about our Mother Earth and have come to this competition armed with more than general knowledge about our planet and its ecosystems. I may not be able to add to the hands-on information collected by you all in preparation to the Olympiad. But for this dream to come true, there are many individuals, institutions, and organizations that have come together and worked together. And I wish to propose a vote of thanks, to say a big thank you to all of these people. So on behalf of the Geological Society of India that is organizing this event, and on my own behalf, I wish to say a big thank you and wish to express our deep sense of gratitude to all of these people. First and foremost, Shri H.K. Patil, Honored Minister, Government of Karnataka, who spared his valuable time to come to Mysore all the way to be the chief guest and to inaugurate this wonderful event. Sir, thank you. To the distinguished galaxy of guests of honor that we have had today, that is Dr. Shailesh Naik, who is the Secretary to the Government of India in the Ministry of Earth Sciences, who has been instrumental in funding this event. Shri Srinivasan Nagarajan, Vice President, Senior Associate Vice President, please pardon me, of Infosys Limited in Mysore, for all your support and help. To Dr. Silki Hlavash, Chair IGEO, Professor K.S. Rangappa, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Mysore University, who also gave us permission to utilize the services of the faculty members in Geology Department, Mass Communication, Journalism Department, and use all of their equipment. Chiranjeevi Arunima Sinha and Chiranjeevi Raghav Juneja, the young achievers. Thanks to all of you for your addresses and your presence here. To Dr. Harsh Gupta, the President of the Geological Society of India, for presiding over this function and for helping in organizing this event, in helping the planning, organizing and execution of the entire program. Then to all the 27 teams from across the world, the mentors, the observers, and all the young students. Remember, these young students are the heroes and heroines of today's program, this entire event. Thanks to all of you. A big hand, ladies and gentlemen. Then to the IESO International Coordinating Committee and the IESO Advisory Board for supporting in organizing this 7th IESO in India. To all our friends in the Department of Geology, Mysore University, particularly Dr. Basavalingu, who has been with me both physically and in terms of work, to the chairman of the department, to all the faculty members who have supported us in doing whatever we wanted to do in the next 8 days or so. To all the research scholars, to all the students of the department who have been working as volunteers to make us feel comfortable. To the officials from the Ministry of Earth Sciences, the Joint Secretary, Secretary of Finance, Dr. Sudhakar, Dr. Ashok Saha, who have helped in obtaining funds for this event. To all the officials from Infosys who have helped us organize this event on this campus, Mr. Sudhir, Captain Ramdas Kamath, Mr. Ganapati, Mr. Kiran Balasubramaniam, Balakrishna, Mr. Prakash Bidappa, Mr. Ravi and Mr. Rahul Saxena and several others. Not to forget Srimati Sudhamurthy and Sri Narayana Murthy, who were instrumental in saying, yes, you can come to our campus and hold this event and we will support you. Give them a big hand, ladies and gentlemen. To the two pillars of support in the Geological Society of India, the secretaries, Sri R.H. Saukar, Dr. K.S. Godavari, in all the help they were given, and of course to all the office bearers in the Geological Society, that is Dr. M.S. Rao, Dr. Jitendra Kumar, Dr. Rajendran, and many others, plus the staff of the Geological Society who have been toiling for this event for the past several months. Also to Professor R. Vaidyanathan, a very senior person, academician who is present here, for coming to deliver the plenary talk during this event. Shri Nagaraj and Shri Nataraj, who have helped us in printing various documents. To students and teachers from various schools in Karnataka who have sent their representatives to be a part of this entire program. To the principals of six schools in Mysore who have agreed to host us during the local school visit. To all of the invitees and guests who have assembled here. To all my former and current PhD students. Shweta, can I ask all of you to stand up as I mention your names? Shweta, Harsha, Anish and Sandeep. Please give them a big hand. They have been with me for the past several years, working for me in all of these things. And without their help, I don't think I would have been able to do any of these things. Thank you so very much. To the members of the press and electronic media who will be covering this event and make it public, a special thank you to all of those whose names I have not mentioned during this vote of thanks. To the charming Mihika, who shares her name and blood with me for comparing this program. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and I hand over the mic to Mihika. Bye-bye.
And excursions after lunch, while the mentors will be going into the more serious work of the jury meeting.